So first things first, YouTube, this is our very first meeting that we're going to record, so we'll probably be a little awkward, but we're hoping that it's going to improve us as a team. So the goal of this, actually, and also let us know your comments and give us your feedback, but essentially I want to start this meeting off with like just a 10-minute recap, so each of us kind of goes through in 2 to 3 minutes what our week looked like. So who wants to go first?
Let's see, sure. Last week, I put you on the spot. Did we go to Windsor?
Jesus, did we go? Yes, we did.
I think we went to Windsor on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
We brought down my buddy Dean, contractor, to meet up when Adam Martin came.
Yeah.
And we went to meet with John, we met Sonny, rediscussed things. That's even evolved since then, but Adam Martin got 1 or 2 properties that day.
Yeah, got one under contract. Yeah.
And he went to do some private showings while we were at lunch or dinner. We saw Russell Street, Victoria, and a few other properties there, and just walked through some projects that were about to start. Most of them are already gutted.
Yeah.
Nothing finished. And yeah, I got the lay of the land a bit. And then, regular admin the other few days, selling Vegas tickets, and then it led us into the Ontario Landlords Watch on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we were down there. You were speaking at it.
Yeah.
And Peter was there filming, probably working just as hard as anybody.
One of the hardest working.
Probably that. Let's just be honest, the hardest working guy there. To the fact that they want to hire you potentially for
and like that's
events.
huge, honestly, right? Like,
So,
cause that's the Gary Vee thing of jab, jab, right hook, right? Like we're literally like, hey, we're gonna be there anyways. Let's capture the content so that we can use it. We'll give whatever extra we capture and give it to them for free, and like immediately we'll probably be their camera person for the gala as well as next year's conference, right? So that's awesome.
And who knows what else it'll lead to in the future. I think you had some Windsor chats, but we got some limo ticket sales right then and there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And some people won tickets to the limo tour, so we were a sponsor for that. If I was to do that again, we would have more promotional material on it.
Yeah, we definitely.
And maybe even like we might even sponsor it next time.
Yeah.
Like really sponsor it and have a TV going of what it is with YouTube going, because I think they won the tickets and nobody knew what it was really. So, because those were a weird bunch of
well, and you don't get anything physical, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard, like even when people are walking by, it's like 2 tickets to the limo tour, and it's just kind of on paper, right? It's hard to.
Unless you're already in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe they were interested in Kitchener, maybe not. Maybe they just put their ticket in. I don't know, but.
There's an extra booth there. We could have taken over a booth. I have an extra TV sitting around. Just hang it, get some YouTube videos playing.
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, they're walking around.
Well, that's what we're gonna do at OREC, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna have like a giant TV this time, playing the Weiba limo tour, sign-ups, free tickets, whatever. Windsor, with like that follow-on limo tour. We kind of had that. We had the 2 actually post first OREC, but we'll have it even more streamlined.
Yes.
And then look again to continue, like the OREC, we're gonna have tons of our booths, like Social Mediation's gonna have a giant booth, right?
Yeah.
So, and whatever else we have, but Windsor, giant words, Windsor, just gonna have booths. So we'll probably take up like 3 booths of our own conference.
For sure, yeah.
Because we can do that.
Yeah. So that was pretty much Jeff's
That was
week.
pretty much the week, and had my wedding anniversary yesterday. And 90% of people left me alone. So
Nice.
this is good.
90% of people what? Oh, that's you alone.
Sweet.
The Monday for wedding anniversary is not great in business world.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go next?
Sure, I'll go.
Sure.
So I'll talk more about like my production stuff this week and the losses, obviously. But this week went okay. I'm finding it hard to like keep up with videos when I don't have as much demand. Like I'm used to having SD card after SD card after SD card of videos that we need to like produce. So having one that has 5 videos on it makes me feel like I don't need to produce those as quick, which obviously isn't the case. Like we need to pump those out as soon as possible. So I want to take on extra stuff. Like I still need those stories from you guys, like your horror stories. I'm going to produce like a little sub-series on those. if you still want to do that little rap thing, like
Yeah.
just send me like all these extra things that I could be working on as well, so that I feel like I have a lot more like.
Okay. I think that's good for us to know, because often we're like, hey, let's not just like stack work
No,
on.
if things are stacked for me, I have more motivation to get things done.
Okay.
Like it's definitely a.
Did you say horror stories?
No, yeah, like of the real estate side. So like he did a video a while ago.
I like it.
Of like the tenant leaving like the rent check on the door.
Leaving cash in
Yeah, cash in
yeah.
But we should do a Halloween series right now.
Me and Peter were talking about
Like
that.
with
on
light,
our,
lightning, and
trying to figure out. Yeah.
you know, and then like a little like intro on it. And
If we're going to do it, though, you gotta do it fucking fast.
Yeah, we got like
We'll do it quick.
less than a week.
Yeah.
no, but that's good. Like you do realtor horror stories.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
For
Well, yeah, and like honestly, some of
October countdown.
like some of my stuff, like we can even probably go back and capture some of the stuff, right? Like we're like I've documented people that trash my apartment,
Yeah.
and we can literally just do a new voiceover or
Yeah.
like just literally re-color grade it, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
would probably change the atmosphere and add some music.
But yeah, like I just need like a list of that, and then we can work on those. Put together a little series there. But other than that, I have been plugging you guys a lot more on my Twitch. I have at least 5 new subscribers that are like actually like watching your videos and stuff. I have 2 potential Vegas tickets that are gonna be sold. It's like right now they're like 60-40. They're a couple from Pennsylvania that are also streamers.
And they're watching us.
They're in the process of learning all about you right now.
Because that's what's gonna do it.
Yeah, so they know like all about you because they're really invested in my life. Like we're really good friends, so they obviously know what I do for work and things like that. And I mentioned like almost a month ago that like this Vegas thing was happening, and they keep like they're still like asking about it and stuff.
Cool.
And so we're messaging right now, and hopefully I can convince them to buy. Yeah, they're from Pennsylvania. They can take a weekend off, so like it's not horrible because like they stream full time. So,
Yeah.
but they're doing okay. I think the guy has I think almost 4,000 followers on Twitch, and he makes full-time wages from that, just from donations
cool.
and stuff.
Dang.
So he's definitely an entrepreneur.
Actually, yeah. So he'd probably be a really good fit,
Yeah,
right?
and-
Especially we're going to talk a lot about like taking your brand to the next
Exactly,
level.
Yeah.
and that's what I was definitely like letting him know is like this isn't just gonna be an event that you sit at, right? Like you'll actually be able to fit in. And, like,
Participate,
yeah.
yeah.
So hopefully I can convince those guys to bite down. I have a couple guys from the EU that are streamers as well. They're like getting into your ecosystem, like because they wanted to know what I did for work, link them on your channels and shit like that. So
Cool.
I'm making a little graphic that's gonna like every time I stream, it like will like pop up about every 15 minutes or so with like the real estate wrap pack, pop back down.
Nice.
Speaking of which, Jaden last week told us that he'd get us the logo by tonight. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that. Like I
Okay,
messaged him again
awesome.
today and said, is it gonna be ready? So I'll keep arguing about that. Yeah, that was my week. I still
Cool.
need you to message Dylan as well and introduce me so that I can talk about the Nintendo. and
Oh
stuff.
yes, yeah.
And
Let me
figure
write
out,
that down.
figure out what we need to buy extra.
Yeah, sounds good.
That was my week.
Piece of paper.
There's a ton of extra.
Okay, thanks. Cool. Peter?
Yeah, just a lot of the same kind of stuff. I didn't go to Windsor with you guys, but went to Cambridge. Shot a batch of videos with Laura last week. Her Instagram's all set up. Her Facebook's set up. Doesn't have much content, but
And so what's our exact agreement? Like, do we have an exact volume agreement with her on what? No, okay.
not exactly.
So roughly how much time do you think you're spending a week with her? Like, or with her or on her?
Is this the lady that was doing like the social
Yes,
media?
yeah.
So just because these first couple weeks are a lot of hashing out the details,
But like, it's
finding out what
important
she
so that
wants.
we know for
Yeah.
future people.
No, I'm
right?
trying to document and keep track of all this kind of stuff in
Yeah.
the background. It's but a lot of it is like, oh, I'm here just trying to edit this part up in between things. So I don't know. I'd probably say 20 to 30 hours a week.
Okay, so that's 50% of your capacity
Yeah,
then?
like
Okay.
I'm working hard for this, and along with everything else, and to stay on top of stuff. But once the flow is started, like once these videos are scheduled, once Instagram and Facebook's all settled, then it's just meeting up with her once a week to batch shoot stuff and get it edited and stay in contact with her. So I'm hoping by the end of next week's work, because after that, it's getting ready for Vegas. That everything's all set and scheduled and ready to go.
And so where are we at with her potentially coming to Vegas?
I didn't meet with her yesterday, so I'm meeting her with her today, and I'm gonna mention it and see what she's thinking.
Okay, let's really hit that, because I think there's a lot of potential there.
And then besides that, it's just been here with meetings with Nathan, talking to him, trying to make sure everything's on track with that. Just trying to stay on top of everything.
Nice. Cool. So so a lot of my updates are very similar to Jeff's. So went to Windsor, that was successful. Probably the biggest value there was Adam Martin getting something under contract, as well as us just getting more FaceTime with John and Sonny. I think we just need a lot more FaceTime to flesh out everything that's going on. Then Ontario Landlords Watch, that definitely felt like an overall success. I think that there's a lot of opportunities that next year, now that we just kind of have the lay of the land of it, there's massive opportunities for us to take better advantage. Particularly because our relationship with Kayla is so give and take. There's a lot of opportunity for us to really, build that out more. And I think that I think her brand and Ontario Landlords Watch, what I really love about them is, in my opinion, they have the absolute highest moral high ground, because they're essentially a not-for-profit that's just focused on landlord rights, which is an area that really gets underrepresented. So I think she's right now just expanding all Ontario-wide, but I got a feeling 2019 will be their Canada-wide, so there'll be some fun piggyback opportunities, I think, for us there. But yeah, so one of the things that I think definitely highlighted from that was a loss was we need a pop-up banner for the limo tour. There's just no reason. It'd just make life so easy just to have one. So that's something that's a high priority. But overall, the talk seemed to go well. It was really fun. We got lots of feedback. I'm not sure what Jeff's experience was, but I did have lots of people come up and that I'd never met before in life and introduce themselves, saying they really loved my shit and stuff. So that was cool. Kayla said that she had lots of comments from people being like, "Oh my God, you have my favorite YouTubers here." And so I think that was literally referring to me, Jeff, and Matt Pichet. So that's really fucking cool. Then otherwise, we relaunched the Windsor stuff. So we now essentially have a whole new funnel built around Windsor. So right now we have this new email address called More Info Windsor. And so literally if someone types, I don't know why, but I think it's because your email literally didn't have enough words. So it was oh, it must be spam. But so now literally if someone sends an email to that email address with the words more info anywhere in the email, it auto sends an email that walks them through the process to learn about student rentals. So the first prompt is, hey, go watch all Matt's YouTube videos. And so we have several hours now of Windsor content just on there. Then it's hey, if you're still interested but you're not sure how to get started, get this free Teachable course. Hey, if you've watched the Teachable course and now you want to invest but you don't want to do it by yourself, you can either joint venture, mentor, or get coaching from John and see developments in Windsor. And so I'm really excited by that. I think it's going to really streamline our process. And speaking about Windsor, John and Sonny had some huge wins this week. So essentially now we have all our, so they've got 11 properties under contract in Windsor. So now we only need one more to have all of our Q1 and this year numbers done, which is massive. So that means we have 6 joint venture partners lined up and executed, and we're going to have 6 coaching partners lined up and executed probably by the end of this month, which is puts us way ahead of schedule, which has a lot of implications. So number one implication is yes, this is exciting. Our company doesn't actually see a lot of that revenue until probably 6 months later. So there's still a lot of lead time before we're going to be in the money. But what it means now is it gives us a huge opportunity to try and create more demand. And so I think it's going to be really important for us just to constantly be hitting John and Sonny with this demand, because I think that's the feedback loop they need to stay fully engaged. So that was really exciting. On the YouTube front, nothing too major happened on my channel. I don't know why, but people don't seem to like Michael and Jen Richter. They're not getting a lot of love on my YouTube channel, Double E Properties. I'm not sure why you guys don't get any love, but you don't.
From viewership? Or
yeah, engagement? I don't, no engagement and no views either, and I don't know why. I actually think that the subject matter is really good. I think I tried decent on the thumbnails. I don't think that they're amazing thumbnails. I think one thing that we need to circle back to is the Dropbox folder for thumbnails, because if you've created it, I don't have a link to it.
Oh, I didn't share that with you?
No.
Okay, well, I can do that right now.
Is your
Yeah.
audience like 18 to 35 single male? And
Yeah,
and
so
the
I
content
wondered-
was married?
Yeah, I wondered, but like I kind of thought that like it would just be such a new.
It could hit later.
Yeah, no, and it definitely could. But anyways, that was just something interesting as well. Another interesting thing was my Ontario Landlords Watch live video from Sunday night. I have no idea why, but it got way more views than any other live video. And so when I parse that out, there's a handful of variables. So one is every live video, except for this one I've ever done, I put the red dot in front of it to tell people it's live. This one I was in such a rush because I thought I was going to have time to prep before I went on stage. I just didn't do that. The second option is that the thumbnail was really blurry, again, because I did it so fast and the background was out of focus, so it was just me and then a blurry background. So no idea if that had a fact to do with it, or if it's the fact that it was Sunday night. Because those are all three different variables that we don't play with. So one of the things I first want to do is start doing more stuff Sunday nights just to see. Kind of makes sense, right? A lot of people are getting ready for the work week, you know, they're probably thinking like, fuck Mondays, and maybe watch my shit is their fuck Monday approach, right?
Yeah, and maybe some good live titles of like about Monday.
Yeah.
I do like the blurry thumbnail thing too, because like if it's all in focus, people know what the video is.
Exactly. Yeah, there's no mystery.
Like, what is
And it looked like you were giving a crazy talk.
It
which
did,
you were.
yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
they're like, what?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So anyways, that was interesting just because that doesn't happen normally. Yeah, so that's kind of it in summary. So I definitely appreciate Andrew kind of giving us the feedback of give you more projects, because I was literally approaching it the opposite way where I didn't want to give you more until, and so that was demotivating me from making videos. So I think now that we've kind of talked about
it was
this.
the same thing for school with me. If I
Yeah.
had only one project and nothing on the side, that project would last me as long as I needed it to.
Yeah.
If I have like
Okay.
5 or 6 things, I can get them all done.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
It's a flaw of mine for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
after Vegas too, we're gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Like I want to step.
That's the thing
turn
too, right?
content
Because like
up,
obviously
but-
we're not going to be making as much content for YouTube when we're preparing for like Vegas and stuff. So after this is all over, it's gonna really be bumping it out, which is perfect.
Yeah.
I had it linked to McKeever, the Gmail one instead of the Hotmail.
Oh,
So,
okay. So
now
I should. Perfect.
Because yeah, I wasn't sending on Facebook. I had like 9 in there already. So.
Okay, perfect, that's good. So then, otherwise, so for like this week's results and stuff, I haven't done the sales, so we'll start doing that next week, but I do want to go through some YouTube thumbnails. So we'll go through mine first, just because I got pulled up. First things first, I figured out how to get to the menu I want now for the YouTube results.
So go through like 6 different. Parts.
Yeah, like it's like just really weird, but I'll show you guys once I get my screen capture going.
Do they have the real time in the YouTube beta?
I think they do.
I've been trying to use the beta more often. I just don't like
And
it.
I think it's important for us to use the beta because
Oh, yeah.
at the end of the day, it's what YouTube wants us to do, and they control the platform, right?
It's gonna change very soon. We don't have access to the old one.
But
Creator Studio.
yeah, so go into Creative Studio, then just go to. There's a couple of ways to get to it, but I would just go to Analytics. So click the Analytics, and then under that, about 5, 6 down, you'll see Impressions and CTR. Try. But so yeah, so then just hit that, and then so this is where like maybe it's super obvious to people, but it's not. I'm maybe just retarded, but so you literally just click the CTR, which is the first thing that comes up. So that's sub menu. So if you're there, Jeff. So yeah, if you just click that. So you click that, and so that shows you the general graph, right?
Yeah.
And then literally just like go over to the corner and like just click on the screen, but don't click anything else. So like click over here where there's nothing to, yeah. And that'll open up the menu you want.
Of course it does.
So like,
It's a beta.
Click on this thing. We
I
don't
have
tell you
no
about.
idea, but like this is the useful shit where you can like
That was like
sort.
Zelda's, like you found that secret,
Right?
like,
No, yeah.
What? There was a secret trap door here? Like,
But it's
an NES game?
so useful and so important because this is where you get to see all your raw impressions by video,
Yeah.
your impression click-through rate, all that jazz. So like, that to me is so important. So anyways, I'm going to go through mine first. So I'm going to sort by impression, simply because impression's going to show you the videos that are getting the most impressions. So those are probably either recent videos or my most popular videos. So I think that's a good baseline to focus on. So one of the videos thumbnails I was immediately disappointed by was this: avoid these common mortgage mistakes. I just thought that was I thought it was a very clickable subject matter, and I thought it was a good thumbnail because I thought it was very easy to read. So just for context, Jeff, that's this one. So this one had a 3.6% click-through rate on average. And one other thing that's interesting, once I started digging deeper, you can actually see now in real time when you gain or lose subscribers on this in the video. So like, it's really like, so I can see October 13th, I gained 2 subscribers from this video, right? Which is kind of neat. And then I gained another one the day after, none for 2 days, and I gained another one. And if I had to guess, I would guess it's because Jacob Perez hasn't been on my channel a lot. I shared that comment of his with you guys where he posted it on LinkedIn and got like 1,700 impressions, which that's pretty cool, which makes me want to really get even harder into LinkedIn. But so that was a 3.6, which I honestly thought should be better. So like, and then, you know, we got these ones with Emma. They've been out for a while now, which is kind of nice because it's given us some data. But so like, this one's a 3.1. I don't know. I think that that's a good thumbnail for the Toronto Airbnb. Like, the biggest argument is that there's no one's face on it, right? If I had to tear it apart, that's what I'd focus on. And yeah.
Let's crop out her face and just put it
And
there.
then still getting these embarrassing results from these sandwich style thumbnails where this now set a new low of 2.2. So that's definitely a fuck off. Never used that thumbnail again. But yeah, so that's kind of the channel that's the analytics for my channel. Didn't see any big wins or anything from any of my videos this week. Again, not any really big complaints though either. It just kind of is, to be honest. It feels kind of boring. That it just kind of, we're chugging along, like averaging very consistently about 2,000 views a day. A few days a week it'll be slightly higher, a few days a week it'll be slightly lower, but that it's extremely consistent. My subscriber growth is maybe trickling off a hair, but again, I think it's because I just haven't had any video get above average traction. They've all been just very average at best. And so, yeah, I don't know what to overly make or say of that. The only thing is, it's really weird the lack of engagement the couple videos are getting, like just like no comments almost and very few likes, and still normal amount of dislikes. So yeah, so anyways, that's pretty much it. I don't got much else to share on my channel. I don't know if anyone else knows anything interesting going on with my channel, but that's kind of my wrap up. The point you guys wants to go over kind of what's going on with Jeff's channel.
Yeah. Just for like wins, and we've kind of all somewhat discussed it.
Yeah.
But, how to pass the UREA exam. I think we launched it in September.
And so, can you pull up, like, have we pulled up the Chanalytics on it? Like, do we know, in addition to...
Where do you want to click that?
So, like, that's the plugin thing. So, if you go back to the, just go to a normal YouTube, like, create a new tab, and then just go to it through the normal thing. And if you still have that plugin, or I know Peter will have TubeBuddy, right, or one of those. Or, like, where it just ranks you, right, where it shows, like, this is number 7.
Where am I heading, though?
To that video for the Aurea.
Oh, it's that video.
Check my videos?
Yeah, so like if you go to the Aurea video in particular, and then go to edit mode, you should be able to see where all the rankings are, right?
Yeah.
I hate that guy.
He's everywhere. The interesting thing,
I was telling you, like, he was the one I was telling about, the Brit that literally just stands there and like stares at the camera.
Yeah.
How do you own a multi-million
Okay, so
dollar
this is what I
business?
just want to.
Yeah.
So like,
I got a lot of the tags.
so I wonder if that, like, Aurea exam and Aurea course being number 1 for those, that's pretty sick, right?
Wide open.
Like, I'm just gonna go, yeah, and just see where you're at. But I was looking the other day, as far as like Windsor real estate is concerned, that's us. We own Windsor real estate. We are Windsor real estate in
London.
Cognito. Yeah, London we can't fucking touch somehow. I don't understand why at all, but
Arrow, Ontario, we're pretty big into.
yeah.
But we couldn't beat Wino in sound. We tried.
I thought we had one.
Oh, do we?
I'd have to double check.
We put like one.
Yeah, look at this. Like,
Yeah.
it's no competition.
Dark,
Who's
shitty,
winning, right?
shitty whiteboard.
Like, look at that. Who's winning that? So,
Yeah,
like,
I got dark,
and it's just like there's
shitty whiteboard, and then a RIA info.
Right.
Everybody's like, what the fuck
yeah,
is
there's
this?
just no competition there. The only thing I wonder is we need to get that as part of a bunch of playlists,
yes.
so that they get deeper into the ecosystem.
Can someone
Because like
make notes
all
of
these are
that?
garbage. Like we should just have. We need like 10
Like
videos.
if we say a bunch of stuff in this meeting, like it just needs to be like documented so that we're not like re-talking about it next Monday.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So if we were discussing my channel, this is what I want to double down on, and Matt's
Yeah.
come up with a good plan for my channel as well.
yeah, that we'll get into in a bit. But so I guess let's just look at the CTR that for Jeff's and just if we notice
Go back
anything.
to Channelytics.
Yeah.
And
So let's sort. Okay, you got sort by impressions.
okay, so my impressions.
Yeah. And so let's just look
that
at
one was only at 3.8.
No,
that's the average. Oh, that's your average,
Oh, sorry,
right? So the
4.5.
4.5.
Then Audi video. Hold my beer. 3.9.
So let's look the bully offer. Like, why is that one so low? I wonder. Do we think is that just because it's really old?
Yeah. Like, do you want to go back on this now?
Or you can just like if you click that little thing, it'll open you to it. And then then if we go to reach views
I would also change
and then
the
go to
thumbnail.
impressions. So this will kind of show us so we can see that like how it is, right? So like, and then let's just go out. Let's change this to 90 days. Interesting. It's so weird how it's like. I guess it's just because there's not a ton of impressions coming from it, but like to see these huge spikes, like
What is that? That's an 8% what?
8% click through rate at that
On that
point.
certain
So like
day.
for that day, for whatever reason, a ton of people click through. So like it could be a bunch of different things. It could just be that like for what weirdly extra people clicked, right, and it just popped.
Because if we do look at that,
Matt and I talked about it too, where like you take old videos that have done well or like done okay, and just switch the thumbnail and re-upload and see if.
the bully offer. Does this look like a bully, or should it be like something that's like
More aggressive.
stressed over like
Yeah.
writing a piece of paper or something, or
So we're just looking. This
Here.
one's like averaging 2%.
like.
But so the
Nice
only thing
picture, I mean, it
now
doesn't
that we
explain.
know this, so
Yeah.
the only difference is because this is on your landing page,
Yeah,
way
it's gonna
more
get a
people are seeing it, and so the people that regularly come to your channel may have watched it once, and now they're less likely to.
Okay.
So that's the only
That
variable.
one I
can
never
see.
had a thumb because I went live, so I don't know. Would we add it now?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's one thing I wonder, like, how hard do we want to push people to our live content? Because it's definitely not the highest quality, like,
Yeah.
and it seems like people in general treat live content as stale if it's not fresh. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not, so,
Because they can't interact.
because I don't go back and change the thumbnails for my lives either, and I'm not sure if I should, so I'm open to hearing that, but,
Well, so if people do come to the page and see, like, click on videos to see all the most recent stuff, I think then it would be, they'd clearly see which ones, you know, once they've clicked on this one compared to that one, they'll have an idea of what the ones without wording is.
See, like that one never did very well. But like, look, it's black on
Yeah,
that dark.
I can
and
change
it's
that.
just like, how is that an evil layer?
Oh.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
now
Yeah.
too is like, now Matt showed me this program. I can
Okay.
crop you out just like this one, put a glow around you, make this really pop
Yeah.
now and darken the back,
Just
which
darken it. Put a,
at that
put a
time I
volcano
didn't,
behind it or
couldn't do
something.
that stuff.
But I mean, red's
You know,
doing good on that one.
studies show that red and yellow are like
click.
the stuff that really like hits people's optic nerves. And
So that one just says every, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
It's
I'm just
white on
scrolling
white
through, I'm
with
not gonna see the
every.
white, yeah.
That, if we get rid of the bus and like we said, we put something like Matt was saying, do the Windsor behind it or something like that, right? Or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, Caesar's Casino, right? You're booked for this. Okay, perfect. So let's play around with that this week, if you have the bandwidth and time to do that. You know what I mean? Like that new agent looks great, but
Yeah, you
like
can't see
let's
that.
change that up and be like
Which one's
new Aria agent or something like that. Like for
Yeah.
Sage, right? New just passed Aria exam, 4,000 first month. How about that? You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then they're gonna like, oh, this guy's got a course.
And do we know, was that 4,000 from multiple deals or one deal?
One commission.
Because like you could also go like 1 month, one deal, 4,000.
Yeah, so stuff, let's play with, and then which should do that kind of stuff, because that means that they're the area people from Toronto down to here, whatever, are clicking my videos. We need to get them on the playlist. So I don't know, check this one. Is it funneling them to that one? You know?
And honestly, let's just go crazy with playlists that start with this video, so it knows to recommend. Anyone that watches this video gets naturally pushed to more Jeff content.
We can, same with Jesslyn. Let's crop her out.
Yeah.
Toronto agent looks
I've been meaning to get on that one.
right. Crop her out and put Toronto in the background, not London, England, and zoom in on her face.
And so I guess the only other option is like, I know Peter is busy.
Yeah.
So like, like your buddy that did the one thumbnail for me, Andrew. Like, if we were to, I should sit in the camera. If we were to give him a bulk of jobs, like, do you think would he be interested? And would we be able to work out some sort of deal? Like, if we got him to make like 30 thumbnails for Jeff's channel, 30 for mine, and like he's just cranking it out. We pick a ton of best practices. Like, I wouldn't mind playing a bit more with that too. Like, we didn't commit to it. I kind of got distracted with stuff. But
if we like get like set details for him, I'm sure. Like, I don't want to agree to anything for him because like obviously he's a lot busier than I thought he was. But yeah, I can just like show him here, like, this is what we're offering you.
Is he the same guy that's doing logos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so he's working on a freelance video game project right now. So it's like a startup Kickstarter thing that he's part of.
Yeah.
He's one of 2 people on the art team, and they're trying to like produce a game in a certain amount of time.
Are they based out of London here?
I believe so. Either London or Toronto in their source.
Is that a video game or board game?
Video game.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like the art guy. He makes all the little sprites and stuff for it.
Cool.
So. But yeah, he's relatively busy, more than I thought he was. So if we just like work out details and be like, listen, this is what we're offering you, this is how much kind of thing, like, is this possible?
Yeah.
Then yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool.
Because I think thumbnails are definitely something that like obviously like can bring a lot of people in.
Yeah.
Can I mention this quick? So like,
yes.
So this guy, his name's Matt. All right, and his YouTube channel has 300,000 subscribers. Every video gets anywhere from 10,000. Sometimes they peak at 200,000. Right. He made this one video a week ago, and it has 1.1 million. Right, which is just like a bump, and it's just weird how like all of these are like very like streamlined. They're almost all the same, and then this one is literally just like very basic title, nothing like.
And how long is the video?
It's 7 minutes. So I want to show you guys the first minute of it. It's because I don't know if that was because it's like kind of a clickbaity thing because people want to know like, oh, what's a minimalist and kind of stuff like that, right? So just watch this.
It's 6 a.m. I've trained myself.
I think my
to wake
friend
up
was
at the same
watching
time
this.
every day, so I have no need for an alarm clock. My name's Matt, and this is a day in the life of a minimalist.
Actually, Arthur was like, dude, this is
shared everywhere.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's about efficiency, optimization,
That might be why.
multifunctionality.
Because I just came upon this randomly.
Yeah, he was like, Peter, like, this is you.
You may notice that I don't have a garbage bin. That's because I don't have anything to throw away. This may look like just a normal cereal bowl to the non-minimalist, but to a minimalist, it's also a coffee cup. If it does not add value to my life, I get rid of it. Some have asked me, what about things that bring you joy? I got rid of that as well. This isn't what my day actually looks like. I'm not that much of an asshole. You guys want to see what
I was gonna say, I was like,
minimalist is like?
This is so big.
Yeah, and so
a shitty minimalist. I have 2 bowls and 2 spoons.
Yeah.
So the first minute, right, gets you hooked. You're like, how does this guy live this way, right? And then literally like,
And then they get the watch time.
and then bam, right? They're already there. It's a click through it, And then you're like, oh, I actually want to see how he lives, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I find that disingenuous. For me, I'd be like, oh, you fucker.
But it looks
literally exit out, take my view back.
The thing that got me is like, I don't know what camera uses and everything, but like it looks amazing.
Oh yeah, it's
and like the thumbnail and stuff like that. But literally like every other video had like 10 to 15, 20,000 views.
And what's his sub? Sorry?
300,000.
Okay, cool.
So.
But like because of that million?
Yeah, like it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, I guess we can check like Social Blade.
Yeah, go Social Blade.
You guys are good for just multitasking limo tour Sunday, or Peter at least? Or?
Yeah. And like,
I think Nathan's coming too, or is he not now?
I think he was busy.
Okay.
If I remember.
Oh
I think he
yeah,
had to
he's
work.
in Vancouver.
But so I was gonna say also, Wind City is Saturday.
Yeah.
And I think we need to hit that hard.
Yeah.
So,
And
So,
then we're
like,
invited to a mastermind after.
yes, I think we just need to do all, like,
Oh, yeah.
really double down on it.
Yeah,
Did you
so
want to
I
go
Senator.
together then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm skipping my niece's 2-year-old birthday party for
Nice.
the greater good.
That's wise choice.
And then Sunday's the motor.
She'll appreciate the private jet
I
flights
think
in
so.
10 years.
Right now, she doesn't know my name.
When that video went out, he had 250,000. You know,
Okay.
3.
So
So as you can see,
Oh,
it
yeah,
usually goes up
massive
1,000
jump.
a day, 500 a day, and now,
Now
he's
he's
doing
doing
17.
tens.
Yeah, and like the video views, right? Like
Yeah.
2.5 million in the past
Interesting.
3 days.
So after Vegas, I think if you can go back to his channel and his videos, like we need to get, I think we need to get all your guys stuff like that and all your micro content on point, and then like put an
Like,
ad or
I
two
know
out,
it's
and you guys are
prettier,
gonna pop.
but does it actually matter? Like, to have it all looks that
Oh,
streamlined,
not
think?
streamlined, but,
But
like,
just better.
like
Yeah,
Jeff's
okay.
is like all over the place.
Yeah,
and
no,
I
that's
want to
fine.
fix all those.
If you look at this, like I don't know if it's a great idea because like look at this, like 1919, like
It wasn't
18,
until
and
he
then
hit,
yeah,
right?
but then if you look at the ones that don't have it, that's literally just a picture. 45, that's a picture. 99, right?
Because it's too much
So
work.
179,000 on this one. This one has 10,000. Like it's literally like just pictures. 297,000. Like
So-
just a
yeah.
picture, right?
So let's reverse engineer this then. So like literally like one of the questions we get frequently is like, what do you do in a day? So like why don't we just make that video, right? The first minute is a parody. So like Matt, people ask me all the time, Matt, what do you do when you don't have a job? And like it can literally just be me like pretending to sleep in
So-
bed for almost a minute,
so he-
right? Like just
that-
constantly not doing
he-
anything.
what's it like to retire early?
Right?
He
Yeah.
voice recorded very well on top of
All of
that.
his stuff is
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
really
like,
nice.
he
And,
wasn't-
music,
But we can just do that with like
Yep.
a Yeti mic and like yeah.
Yeah, because
I
we
think-
don't want to just have you wake up and talk.
Mhm.
Then it's going to be too much like room noise.
Yeah,
and-
for sure.
yeah.
We should do one for each of us almost.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Might as well see what one like bumps,
Yeah.
right? And then let's say like Peter's does really well. Peter, you're now making a lot more like.
Look, remember
you're-
that
you're
coffee
focused,
that,
right?
like a year ago you did that video and I was like coffee was like and you make I don't know, it was like your morning or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Vlogs.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like we could do similar, right?
But like, I like making things like that, like making them artistic and like. Kinda, like
if you
look
wanted
nice
to do that,
and
I could be
feeling.
like, as a real estate agent, you know, and it like shows me like getting ready for work and whatever. It's like, just kidding. It's like, and then it's like goes straight to Instagram or YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you doing all these like dressing up
Everybody's
everything.
like, yes, that's a realtor, and then like, no,
Just kidding. Sitting here, just
Yeah,
like,
no, like it should be constantly you with like a briefcase and papers and like handing out
Bye,
business
honey.
cards, knocking on
Bye.
doors, like just going knocking at door after door. being
Shannon's like,
hey, do you know anyone looking to
have
sell?
a good day being a realtor today.
Yeah.
Bye, I'm going to sell some houses. And then
dogs
just
just
like,
barking with
just kidding, like fucking throw the briefcase in the car and be like.
time lapse. You see like hours are gone by.
Yeah.
Just
Pick up
on
a
the
camera, you
phone
start vlogging.
And then like as soon as I get in the car, like one of you guys are calling me on the speaker, being like, "Hey, this fucking appraisal is fucking."
You said you do.
You said. Okay, I'll be right there. Yeah. Okay, bye. Just like ripping the suit.
No, I
off.
think it's a good idea. We should.
Yeah.
But like that would have to be like scripted and Saturday.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly.
Which is like that's what I like to do, like little
Okay.
narratives and stuff like that. Like that's my kind of content. So
Well, we could get that out before probably Christmas, right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
for sure.
So
Like
let's-
if we do this, like I'd say we'll wait until after Vegas and then like make some like good quality videos. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like I love doing that kind of stuff.
Because we kind of shied away on my channel because our vlogs just weren't getting the views.
Yeah, I think
This
we
won't
need
be-
more
this won't be
volume
vlog.
first.
This will be like narrative.
I'm like in.
Yeah.
How are we
Um,
on pace for our meeting here?
Yeah,
So
so
11 and 15.
yeah,
What are you?
so he'll probably just end up having to sit through some of it, which is fine.